Now, like many of you, I reckon, I've always believed in law and order. I've always believed in free speech, a free country, and more than anything, I've always believed in something called democracy. So what does democracy mean to me? What is my definition of it? Or have I got it all wrong? Maybe I have, I don't know. Because to me, it means that we respect the decision of the majority, even when we don't necessarily like it ourselves. We have a vote, a decision is made, and in a genuine democracy, that's what we get, the will of the majority and a democratic society with a government that carries out the will of the people. But let's just simplify this for a moment by taking out all the complexities of politics and look at exactly what we've been living under for a very long time now. Yes, we've been able to vote, and yes, we've got the party who received the majority of those votes and seats, and I guess you could call that a democracy. But really, in truth, it doesn't get anywhere near the full story, does it? You see, in this country, where democracy fails and fails disastrously, is that when these very same people elected with a mandate to deliver what they promised, they openly break those promises and in many cases do the precise opposite to what we asked for. That's not democracy, that's deception. And I go back to probably the best example of all, in my opinion, the Brexit vote. Yes, in name, the democratic decision, the democratic will have seemed to be done. But in truth, in reality, we know that it wasn't, because we never got anything like what we wanted nor what we asked for. That is not democracy, merely more lies and more deception. And we voted in 3 consecutive Conservative governments who told us they would do what the country clearly voted for. I mean, that's why we voted for them, right? We gave them a mandate, a democratic one. And they lied and lied and lied again. They deceived us every single time. Now remember, we're talking about democracy here. These people are voted in to deliver what we want, what we give them permission to do, what we gave them our votes for. But the reality is, we haven't had a democracy in this country for years now. Just more lies and more deceit. And then, finally, and understandably, the country got rather sick of it all, didn't they? And at the last election, half the bloody nation couldn't even be bothered to vote, and why would they? Who can blame them? 2 cheeks of the same backside. What was the bloody point? Or so they thought. You see, it was never in Labour's manifesto to bring in even more illegal migrants than ever, it seems. It was never in their manifesto to ruin the economy or to steal from our farmers. It was never in their manifesto to freeze our senior citizens to death. And it was never in their manifesto to introduce backdoor blasphemy laws that scare the living daylights out of me, or to take the safety of our daughters with an absolute pinch of salt. It was never in their manifesto to release violent criminals early, only to replace them with loving granddads who just dared to shout at police officers that he was praying for his children. And it was never in their manifesto to raise taxes and to ruin small business owners. So let's have it right. This is no democracy. This is a bloody dictatorship. This government has no real mandate. They have almost zero support and even less credibility. And what support they did have, surely, is running out very fast. And the harsh reality is, the scary part about it all is this. These people are now running and ruling this country with an iron fist. And they're using their police forces. And I use the name forces because that's what they've become again. They are not a police service. They are forcing their will upon us to hammer us all into their submission. Democracy, my arse, I'm afraid, because democracy in this country is dead. Democracy is now a fallacy, a myth, an illusion. And I will not recognise this government and the liars, the cheats, the bullies, and the absolute chancers that are running it.